Hello students, welcome in English class. In this video, we will start with note making and comprehension writing. Both these are a part of your reading skills. So you are all aware of comprehension very well and note making also, because comprehension is a part of your syllabus in your last classes also. I think note making is a new thing with you. So today we will do both the things. But note making you also did in your previous class. In +1 you are also having note making. So we will start with the topic. Firstly, we will start with note making. Firstly, I will tell you what is note making. Note making is an important study skill. Sometimes our study material is rather large. It is difficult to remember large chunk of information. It is always advisable to note down the main points of the material or passage. These points should be further divided into subsections and subsections. Using abbreviations and symbols make your note making more compact and precise. So this is for your benefit if you understand it clearly that note making. What is note making? You are having a lot of things to remember, a lot of information you have to remember. So you will make notes of your topics in points, in subpoints, in subsections, in symbols, in abbreviations. That we call note making. That thing is note making. So we will start at how to make note. Firstly, in passage you are asked to write down the title, as like your passage is on improving your spoken and writing skills. So firstly you will give the title, because in note making first question is that give appropriate title to this passage. Then you will give title. Title should be catchy and attractive and according to the passage. Then you will start making notes. Notes should be short. Identify the main points only. Notes must be written in note form. In note form, we write only in phrases, not in sentences. Information is logically divided and subdivided by the using of figures or letters. Generally, 3 main divisions are there. For main sections like headings, we will give 1, 2, 3. And for subheading or subsections, we will give 1.1, 1.2, 1.3. In this type of a division, we will do. So as like we are having 4 passages of your paragraph. 4 paragraphs are there in your passage. Then you will write down the first 4 main heading. First heading will be according to your first passage. What is important in first passage? What thing is talking about in first passage? You will give a heading. Then you will give subheadings to it. Like in your first passage, it is described that why English is important. So your first heading is importance of English. Then it's subheading. In subheading, you will include the important points that why English are important. You will introduce that points in subheadings. You will also do its subsections. Then in second passage, that is necessary that you will divide into heading and subheading. In the same way, in the third passage, you will find out a suitable heading, then it's subheadings. I think it's clear to you. Abbreviation used. You will use 5 or 4 abbreviations from your passage. This is written in your passage and this is of 1 mark that you have to give abbreviations. Abbreviations are very important because you gain marks for your abbreviations. You will find some words from the para and you will write in a short form, in abbreviate form, like and we will write down just does not, do not, reading, plant, eating. Such type of words are in your passage. You will just use it in short form in same way. Then summary. At last in passage, second B question is there. Make a summary of the passage in your own words. But you should use very limited words in summary. Be precise in expression. you have to use very limited words because it's just of 3 marks, and you have to, word limit is there. So summary should be relevant, should be properly written, and important things are discussed there, understanding important ideas, writing them down, avoiding example explanation and repetitions. In summarizing, we explain the points into full sentences. We don't write in phrases. The summary will contain all the main ideas of the original. Be precise in expression means you have to write down it in very limited words. Don't elaborate it. So I think now it's clear to you. Now we will see one example. This is from your book, a passage from your book. So here is a passage and there are 4 paragraphs in this passage. So firstly we will see the questions. On the basis of your reading of the above passage, make notes using heading and subheadings in any suitable format. Use recognizable abbreviations, give a suitable title to the passage, and make a summary of the passage in your own words. So firstly we start doing. Here title is not given, but on next page it may be, but firstly you will give title. Title is here written down, title Nepal one stop holidays destination, but you will write down the title above. Firstly you will just mention the title, then you will start note making, because at last sometime we forget to write the title, and title contains of 1 mark. So firstly in first paragraph here is, first paragraph is telling about Nepal. So firstly Nepal, a pilgrimage to Hindus and Buddhists. Then it's subheading and subheadings, subsections and subsections are there. And then from second para they have taken a dramatic change in last decade. Then subheadings and subheadings. Subheadings are not important. You can just write down subheadings, heading and then subheadings. And that's in the same way for the third passage, and then in the same way for the fourth passage. And there are abbreviations you can see here. Countries, buildings, collection, brooding, sprawling, eating, and people. Then the title, and at last summary. Here you can see the summary. That summary is written in very limited words. Not so many words are used for summary. So I think the main things of how to write a summary and how to make notes is clear with all of you. So and the last I can just say that abbreviation and symbols are freely used. Article, preposition and conjunctions are omitted. You will not use any article, preposition and conjunction while writing your headings and subheadings. Note must make sense when they are read again. When you will read again your notes, it will make some sense. Don't write down the senseless notes or anything taken from your para. And the letters or figures means your division of the heading and subheading should be in decimal system. Like here I divided, for headings I give 1, 2, 3. For subheadings, for first para subheading I have given 1.1, 1.2 and 1.3, and for second paragraph subheadings I have given 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, and for third passage I have given 3.1, 3.2, 3.3. In the same way you will follow the decimal system. Main section, subsections and subsection you can divide like that. Don't make a hodgepodge of everything. It should be clear that these subheadings from your first heading. Everything should be in very clear form so that the reader or the checker get impressed by it. Now I think one more thing, that your note making is of 8 marks, 5 marks from your note making from your 4 marks of your note making and 1 mark of your title. 3 marks of your notes, 1 mark for your title, 1 mark for your abbreviations, and 3 mark is of summary. So in this way mark division is there. Now we will move towards second concept of this video, that is comprehension. Comprehension, you are doing it, I think, from second class. From second, you are doing comprehensions. So it's not a new thing for you, but still I want to discuss it with you. Okay. You have always read the first line of your passage. Here we can see. Read the passage given below and answer the questions that follow each of them. Here is the first line. But according to me, according to my experience, I will say that firstly read all the questions. Don't read the passage firstly. Firstly read all the questions. Because when you read the questions, now all questions are in your mind. When you will read the passage, you will get the answers automatically. So firstly read all the questions, that what are the questions, what they are asking in the questions. You will keep in mind the questions while reading your passage. Then read the passage carefully. Firstly read all the questions, then read the passage very carefully. Try to understand the general meaning of the passage and the various issues raised in it. Then what you will do? Try to understand the general meaning of the passage, that what the passage is saying and which issues are raised in it. Underline the all main points with pencil. This is the better thing, that you get any idea that this line is matching with that question. You can underline it. You lightly underline it. This is for your convenience only. Clear, simple, grammatical, correct and precise answers in your own language. You will write down in clear and simple without grammatical mistakes. Such type of answer you will write down for your comprehension. Okay, your comprehension is of 12 marks. 12 marks for your comprehension and 8 marks for your note making. In this way, your reading part is of 20 marks. So in these 12 marks, you are having 5 MCQs, 5 questions and 2, you can say that synonym words are there, antonyms are there, similar meaning words are there. In plus 2 class, you are only having the similar words, means synonyms. So 5 MCQs, 5 questions and 2 synonyms. In this way, 12 marks are there for your comprehension and 8 marks for your note making. So here we will see one passage. This is your first passage of your book. Read the passage given below and answer the questions that follow each of them. Before starting this, I just want to tell you some useful hints for your reading skills. Read the given passage carefully. Try to understand the general meaning of the passage and the various issues raised in it. Give the passage a second reading to grasp its meaning fully. You may come across some difficult words in the passage. Don't be upset if you don't know their literal meaning. In passage, there are some words whose meanings you don't know, but don't be upset at that. Make a guess and relate them to the preceding and the following sentences. You can guess the idea or spirit behind those words, if not their exact meaning. It can serve your purpose to grasp the meaning of the passage. Now read the questions given below and the passage carefully one by one. You will find answers or clues to your questions in different parts of the passage. Underline only those parts which may help you in answering the question. When you are absolutely clear about the answers, pen them down one by one. Always remember, your answer must be correct and to the point. Be precise. You are never rewarded if you just beat about the bush. If you will write down useless thing, you will not get any mark. You will not get good marks, I can say that, because these 20 marks are very important for you. The language of your answer must be grammatical correct, simple, clear, but spontaneous and effective. Check your spelling and punctuation. Don't forget that you are not to copy the language of the passage. This is the main thing. That you will not copy the answers from your passage as it is. You will just do some corrections in it, some changes in it. It will impress the reader. You will be given credit only when you answer the question in your own language. So remember this thing also. Never forget to revise your answers. Get rid of unnecessary details. Add a points if needed to make your answers comprehensive? Sometime you may be asked to give a heading or title to the passage. Remember the following hints in selecting the correct heading or the title. The heading should express the main ideas issue being discussed in the passage. If you feel that the main issue that runs through the whole passage is regarding the importance or value of games, then your title should be Value of Games. First letter of every word in the heading title should be capital. The title should be short and to the point. Try to confine its length within 4 to 5 words. To sum up, comprehension skill requires real grasp of the meaning of the passage, understanding of the issue raised in the given questions, identify the relevant clues or matter for the answers in the given passage, and clear, simple, grammatical, correct and precise answers in your own language. So these are the some points that you have to keep in your mind while doing a comprehension. Comprehension part is the most interesting part of your exam, I can say that. So here are 6 paragraphs. Firstly, you will just have a look on your questions. You will not just starting wasting your time in reading the question again. You just have a look at your question. Why do we pollute our environment? How do we pollute our environment? How can we rid of our negative emotions? What according to the author is bad mathematics? What are the signs of a successful person? Choose the correct antonym to word the make. Okay, find out the word from the passage which means to same as to make something feel or look younger and more lively. What according to the author is bad mathematics? What are the signs of a successful person? What can happen if you calm the mind down? What does our body sustain longer than negative emotions? So in this way you will just read the question. You will just have a look on the question firstly before starting reading the passage, and then you will start reading your passage. As like this is on environment issues, I think this passage is about. So as we have read about pollution, it is, so this is regarding your environment. So firstly you will read the questions, then your passage 2 times, and you will underline the main points. Then you will start finding the answers of your questions. Firstly you will attempt these MCQs. Here are 6 MCQs and 4 questions, and at last 2 similar words mean the synonyms. So firstly you will answer the MCQs, then your 2 questions, and then at last the synonym. So I think now comprehension writing is also clear with all of you, that how to attempt the comprehension in an effective way that you will get good marks in it. So in this video we have discussed about note making and comprehension. Both these are very important part of your exam, because you can get these 20 marks very easily if you are having a good command on them. Note making is just according to rules. Follow these rules and your note making, you will get 8 out of 8 in that. Comprehension with a little bit activeness and your understanding, you can do the comprehension very easily. Just read the answers again, one time again, that you are not writing anything wrong, especially in MCQs, because in MCQs it happened that the answers are very similar to each other. So you will read the MCQs deeply. So I think now everything is clear with all of you. Thank you and have a great day.